What's going on, YouTube? Chronic Pain, the Demon in the house, coming to you live and direct from home. Another video. How is everyone doing today? Hope all is well. A lot of rah-rah shit going on around the internet, folks. A lot of internet beefs that's going on that, to me, don't make sense. Now you have people want to fight in the ring, promoting violence. People use this illusion on YouTube. YouTube is an illusion. The life on YouTube is an illusion, most of it. And people use this illusion and orchestrate beefs, bitterness, hatred, and sometimes physical actions. And that's what I'm seeing going on YouTube today. So is the minority side of YouTube becomes the ghetto where everything goes on, every and anything. What about the monetization, YouTube guidelines? What about those things, guys, that you work so hard for to get monetized? Build your channel. What about those things? By the way, guys, the game right now, Cleveland 64, Brooklyn Nets 77. I just stuck it there because I don't want the copyright infringement. But the game is going well in the third quarter. 3 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter. So, yeah. Brooklyn is up, not significant, but, they're up. And that's all that matters. You know what I mean? More than 10 points. To be exact, they're up about 13 points. So that's good coming to the bottom of the third quarter. And that'll help to catapult them in the fourth quarter and hopefully give them that victory that they really badly need, Brooklyn Nets. But I'm not going to go about, with the sports tonight because, I'm not a sports commentator. I just talk about chronic pain. I also talk about current stuff that's going on. That's why I mentioned the Nets a while ago. So yes, folks, are you happy within yourself as a woman or as a man? Are you happy within yourself? The decisions you make within yourself, the people you invite in your life, are you happy with all those decisions that you make? All these decisions you make, are you happy with yourself? Because a lot of us make certain type of decisions in their life. They're dubious decisions, and we wonder why we make them. Act off impulse, because of likeness, loneliness, looking for a companion. So you have this impulsive action that's going on, and you think you're infatuated with someone, and weeks or months or maybe a year later you realize that's not the person for you. But should it break your heart? Because you have to have seen it coming. So should it break your heart? I understand it probably broke the person's heart that you separated from or you drift away from. But should it break your heart? Because you see it coming. It was written on the wall. I seen the picture on the wall. It don't matters me at all. I don't remember the song, but beautiful song. I see the clock up on the wall. It don't matter me at all. It's a breaking point, So there's a breaking point to all the madness, in life. Sometimes people always wonder, like, hey, how could you? Or how dare you? Or, my God, why did he do that? Or why did she do that? Or why did they make that type of move? But you have to understand in life, sometimes people have to make certain moves that they weren't even anticipating of making. but because of the situation brought upon them, they have to make those type of drastic moves. For me, I could only speak of myself and myself. I was always an optimist. I always believe in myself. I have faith, strong belief, courage, everything behind me. You know, very ambitious, mindful at the same time, and I'm a go-getter. So I wasn't afraid to make the next leap in my life, in my late years that I am, 50s, living by myself. I wasn't afraid to make that leap in my life. You know, in spite of what all I've been through, 5 decades on this earth. Maybe, I don't know, maybe in my next live I'll give you guys a full rundown of my life. A full rundown of my life. It's going to amaze you guys. I'm telling you. Look at this man. I'm telling you, my life is going to amaze you guys because the life I live is an amazing life. You see people talk on YouTube today about certain things, but the life I live, folks, was extraordinary. In the club scene, the scene with my crew, it was extraordinary. Until I got knocked off, went to prison, did my time or whatever. I learned. But before that, my life was extraordinary. Hanging with my friends, doing things, whatever. Bought my house at a young age in New Jersey. Live a good life, raise my kids, the case may be. But I had an extraordinary life. Because growing up around the Italians, I tell you, it was an experience for me growing up around Italians. Because I was always wondering why we're so close when it comes on to companionship. And I was always trying to seek out that type of understanding from my Italian partners. And when I look at it from a person from Jamaican background, we are not far away from the Italian culture as far as how we prepare our food, the way we like our clothing, the way we dressed, just that the distinguishedness, it's the same. So when I was in New York, also New Jersey, I gravitate more to Italians and Jews because the Jews will help you to get across that hump when you're trying to get to certain successful path. The Jews, you get to know good lawyers just in case you need one. The Italians, they'll let you know the loopholes just in case you need one. People of color, we were just there, just doing things hands-on as far as refurbish somebody's basement, fix somebody's roof, stuff like that, driveway. While the Italians and the Jews are thinking way beyond that, how to get around the system, how to beat the system, how to make the most out of the system. Let me not say how to beat the system, how to make the most out of the system. So I stuck with the Arabs, and I stuck with the Italians, and they taught me a lot within myself. How to construct myself in a behavioral manner when I need something, when I'm going for something that's worthwhile. And that makes a lot of sense. Presentation is a key towards success. And that makes a lot of sense. It's how you present yourself. My Italian friends, they're always in their blazers, looking sharp, ready for a presentation. So I admire that, and I took away from that. That's why I'm a person that I could say, I'm not a suit guy. but I'm a blazer guy. I love my blazers. My blazers with my jeans, slacks or whatever the case may be. I'm a blazer guy because ever since I was young, the trendsetter with my friends, my Italian friends, watched the fashion in New York. I became a blazer guy, you know? So, yes, I was one of those guys, loved the fashion and the blazers and going up in the clubs, back in the days. The Tunnel with Funkmaster Flex, Skakey in the Bronx, was another place I used to hit very hard. Noriega, down in Harlem back in the day with Noriega, and we had Cameron, Big L, Nas, Jay-Z. We had Damien Dash as a producer, Flashy Dresser, moving around in the clubs on the rooftop. We had so much fun. LL Cool J, a person I met in life a long time ago. Marley Marl, person I used to hang with back in the day. It was just so much fun growing up as a youngster in New York / New Jersey. It was just so much fun. And I learned so much that I could take away the good and also the bad from what I learned growing up around all these athletes and also all these musicians and celebrities. Because I grew up around a lot of athletes, celebrities in my days in Bergen County, New Jersey, and also New York, right across the bridge in Spring Valley, New York. Chestnut Ridge. If I don't think you guys are familiar with those, bougie areas. Back in the day, Chestnut Ridge, all those places, we used to live, and we had a great time. I mean, I'm telling you, growing up, going to the games. Because when I go to the games, folks, I used to, when I go to the games, I'm always like either like 4 row from the court, like right next to the court, or I am in a box. That's how I go to the games. That's how I used to go to the games, by the way. I have a box seat, my ex makes sure I have a seat in the box where I have my champagne, I have my chicken wings and all that type of stuff. My wine if I want a glass of red wine, or if I want to have some brown liquor, it's there as well, or vodka, whatever the case may be. Everything is presented there. And I remember the first time I had a box seat at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. I think I was watching the New Jersey Nets at the time, where Jason Kidd was playing, and the coach was this guy Brian something. I forgot his last name. The black guy, very good coach, by the way. And Jason Kidd always kiss him, before he made the free throw. So I was in the box for the first time, and then I went to use the restroom, and I'm telling you, guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been in airplanes before, but when I hit the thing to go down after I took a pee, it just went right down like I'm in an airplane. And I was like, what the fuck? And then after I washed my hands and I came out, there was another buffet of chicken wings and more added bottles of champagne and wine to my cart. And I was like, wow. So this is the way it goes in the box seats. So ever since then, I just used to go to the games, go to the box seats, or I go close to the court. But before I go to the court, I make sure I go upstairs, enjoy myself, a couple of glasses of wine, and some chicken fillet or chicken fingers, and then I go see my game. It doesn't matter if I'm at the Garden, or I'm at the New Jersey Nets. I am always in the box seats or, pretty close to court sides. That's how I sit, in my games. So I was always up close in person with the players, and what's going on as far as the shenanigans, commercials and stuff like that, what goes on within the timeouts. So, I had a privileged life growing up in that aspect, I should say, because now that I'm looking back at it, I enjoyed it because it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I also grew up around a lot of football players as well. That's another thing. Grew up around a lot of Giants players that play for the New York Giants because I'm a Giants fan. I'm a New York Knicks fan. I'm a New York Yankee fan, and I'm also a New York Giants fan. So, grew up around the Giants plays in New Jersey, Bergen County. We have the Giants Stadium right on the street on Route 17, in the swamp. It's like 5 minutes away from my house, where I had my house. So we used to go to the Giants game as well, go into the box seat, or we go courtside, or right on the sideline. We just walk right out from where we're eating in the box. Let's go to the sideline and watch the game. So that's how I used to go to. Don't hate on me because I live my life, But yeah, that's how I used to go to the games, So yes, so folks, I did really enjoy my life growing up as a person who likes sports and very inquisitive, and also nonchalantly just want to learn everything and live everything. And I did it. I did it. And I'm glad I did, because it was overwhelming as far as joy, overwhelming with joy, overwhelming with memories, and overwhelming with passion. So I wouldn't give that up for nothing, because those memories are here to stay. And I know I can't relive all of them again. So that's why they become so photographic in my mind, and they would never be erased, because the 90s, the early 2000s, all of that photographic. I don't know if it's for a reason or not, but it's just photographic in my mind. Then from 1990 coming all the way up, in my mind, it's photographic. Don't ask me why. It just becomes photographic. Because I could remember what really happens in the 80s coming up to the 90s. Some of the 80s I might blur out some of it, my school days. But then from the 90s all the way up, I remember everything, all the streets I was on, the friends I was with, the entanglements that I was in, the bad decisions that I made, the good decisions that I made to make me the person I am today. So, the good with the bad, I mean, I wasn't out there doing, any type of devious stuff, pondering on certain people's name or somebody's name, or, drag somebody's family, under the bus. I have never done that. That wasn't my skilo. I was never a part of that. I was always work hard, keep my nose clean. But yes, if I could make some side money, of course, I'm going to do a side hustle. And that's where sometimes you get hemmed up, because back in the day, they charge us with trafficking marijuana severely. Now it's free, where you have the clinics and you have the this and you have the that, where everybody's making money out of it. It becomes privatized, and it becomes less criminalized. So now you could do it anywhere in the comfort of anywhere. Because I've seen people doing it anywhere, Miami, anywhere. Not snitching, but anywhere. Jamaica, forget about it. But it's all good though, because it's medication. And we need to see, that should have been free a long time ago. But it's just to see the way you demonized people and make money off people for years, when you could have let that go. You mess up people's lives, their career, their ambition, their aspiration, just because of marijuana. And now it boils down to where it's just declassified, only on a federal level. But on a state level, it's declassified, So all the people that suffer the consequences with the marijuana trade coming up to now, we should have to keep that on our record, right? Can't be expunged. Why shouldn't it be able to be expunged? It should be able to be expunged, and you should be able to get your rights back, because marijuana has become now decriminalized. Medical marijuana is a thing that goes over the counter, because I've bought it over the counter, in and out. On a lot of shelves around America, all around America. Many states have legalized recreational marijuana. Many states have legalized medical marijuana. So for the people that were charged with the marijuana felonies in the past. I think they should go back to those cases and also decriminalize those cases so all these people could get a chance to either vote and also become a better people in society, a better product, as far as getting better jobs and become better citizen, in this world. Because if you decriminalize it, then hey, expunge all that nonsense that you already made money off of it, so expunge it. Give us a break now. You already got a million breaks, with the wealth you gain from it, and the way you hold us down from it. So okay, give us a breathing room now. Get off our necks now. Expunge all of that stuff, so people could go out and excel, have their rights back. Instead of a silly marijuana charge hanging over their head where they can't get nothing done. That's ludicrous, government. That is ludicrous. So we need to give back and go back and do better. When you're campaigning for governor, for senator, when you're campaigning for mayor, police chief, all these people in the neighborhood, you look up to us to give you a vote, to put you in that seat. So when you get into that seat, just remember the people that elected you to get into that seat and do what's right for them and the community, not for yourself and the good old boys. Because yourself didn't get you there, for sure. The good old boys didn't get you there, for sure. They might give you a certain, leeway, information, yada, yada, yada. But their votes didn't get you there. It's the vote of the people of color back in your neighborhood got you where you were and where you are. So at least show them some gratitude, and do what's right. It's not going to cost you nothing. But it's the same thing with politics, the same bureaucracy. Bureaucracy that, people look at and say, hey, I am not going to vote anymore. I don't want to be a part of politics anymore. Because politics makes you just want to get away from it and don't want to be bothered with it. But we need politics. We need more than one party to rule this world, to rule this earth, to rule this country. Because people have to be able to have their opinions when it comes on to voting for an elector to run your country. So we need that. Hey folks, don't be afraid to hit my Cash App, $ Raymond Nugent. Hit my Cash App, show me some love, or super chat. I don't mind. And also my online store, The Wounded Lion is my online store, The Wounded Lion. You find a lot of merchandise, that you could love, you could like, for male and females to enjoy spring, summer, or even in the autumn. How about that? So yes, folks, what we see going on today, in my opinion, it's just foggy. The way they disperse the information to us is very foggy. It's like a clusterfuck, a clusterfuck. And then we have to go in there and dissect the fucking clusterfuck, and then it becomes a bigger clusterfuck. And then it becomes a quagmire. Ain't that a fuck? Serious clusterfuck. It's called mind control, folks. How they control the mind, the behavior, the reaction. Quite a while ago, I said to folks, study your friends. Because your friends are studying you. Once again, a while ago, I said to my friend, a lot of people are wearing this green right now. Even J-Lo got married in the Green Diamond. You know, J-Lo, I've been wearing this now for quite a while. I even seen Damien Dash with the green, and also a lot of other celebrities rocking the green now. I've been rocking the green for a very long time. But I noticed that now, the green is pushing. I know nobody gonna give me my props, but hey, I gotta say what I gotta say. This is my platform. I've been rocking this for a very long time now. And if you look at my videos, then you can see a trendsetter on YouTube. Okay? Trendsetter on YouTube. Rocking this for a very long time. Just remember that. Yeah. So yes, folks. So yeah, man. So I'm here. What was I talking about? Let me, try to zap myself back into what I was talking about. The way people have been treated, as human beings, especially, men of color, the way we treat each other with disrespect, low honor, and deprive dignity. And that should never happen one-on-one with us. Because we know how we got treated by other races. So we should have a better understanding and treat each other better. It's not a one-person fault or a two-person's fault. Collectively, we have to do better and learn how to maneuver and navigate better within our community, by having a better dialogue with people. Because, for example, if you don't know how to start a conversation with me, walking by you in the morning or in the afternoon, either you're going to say something that get my attention. You're going to say, good day, Mr. Nugent, or good morning, Mr. Nugent, good evening, Mr. Nugent. Hey, how are you? Something pleasant to get my attention. Now, if I respond in a rowdy way, then it's on me. I'm a piece of shit, I should respond to you pleasantly. Young man, I'm fine. How is your day going? And we start a dialogue, you know what I mean? And that's how the elders should treat the younger ones, where you could invite them within, your spirit, and they could invite you in their spirit, and we all could get along with each other, each one teach one, and we save them from all these sad tragedies that are happening today. Look what happened in New York today in the subway. 8 people got shot. Then we have another 10 people medical wounded that's been treated. We had a guy put on a gas mask, went inside the subway station in New York today, let off the I don't know if it was a pipe bomb or whatever it was. I don't know. It was a smoke detector. Let that off. And after he let that off, following that was a barrage of bullets. Folks, just remember, bullets have no eyes, okay? And all those bullets that came around, 8 people got shot, okay? And another 10 people were in the hospital in critical or stable condition. But it's the nonsense that we have to put up with on a daily basis. Just a week ago, we have a crazy shooting in Sacramento where we lost so many people, young people. So what the fuck is going on with you young people? Don't you have enough to keep you at bay as far as your video games, your YouTube, your this, your that, so many outlets? What the fuck is your problem? And then allegedly, I heard this man was, a man of color, a young man of color. Like, what type of psychological shit you're going through, man? Like cause this was premeditated. Cause you came with a gas mask and all that type of shit. So in my opinion, this was premeditated to come and kill innocent fucking people that's going to work on their daily day in and out, going to their job, school, all the type of shit they got to deal with, and you can control your little arrogant piece of shit self. And this is the catastrophe you're going to cause New York. Shame on you, motherfucker. My name is Raymond Nugent, aka Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon. Like and share, subscribe to the machine. Don't be afraid to give me a cash app, folks. $ Raymond Nugent. Also, my online store. Just type in The Wounded Lion. It'll take you to where my merchandise are. Support the machine, folks. I appreciate you in advance. Once again, Raymond Nugent, aka Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon. Like and share, folks. Peace until next time.